Project Sekai is great, and I love it a whole lot, but also sometimes I want to be a whiny butt and share my flamin' hot takes about the stuff I like too, and that's what I'm doing today. But also, I'd like to collect some of your hot takes as well. I think it'd be fun seeing what smokin' hot opinions you all have about our beloved Miku game, so stick around to the end of the video to hear more about that. For now, I gotta give the obligatory, hey fam, it's just my opinion disclaimer. It's a hot takes video, which means there's a decent chance you won't agree with me here. That's sort of the point of sharing a hot take, and it's okay to disagree with me, but try to keep in mind that this is all still just fans having fun. We can have different opinions without going to war. I have lots of other videos gushing about how much I like this game. You'd probably have more fun watching those if that's more your speed, but with the lengthy intro out of the way, let's warm up already. I do not care about the movie. My local theater isn't playing it, so I don't get any of the special cards in-game, but that's okay because I just don't care. I don't want any of these cards, and even if I could go see it in theaters, I wasn't really planning on doing that anyway. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing it, but it's just not anything I really got excited about. I think most of the songs for it are kinda mid, and mostly I'm just glad it's finally aired so the game and devs can shut up about it already. There's 68 loading screen comics, and real talk, I'm bored of them. They're cute, some are even pretty funny, but I've seen all of them so many times that I'm just bored. Luckily the game loads pretty quickly, so I don't gotta worry about it that much, but I do wish that we just had more of these. This might be an ice-cold take, because I haven't seen anyone talk about this at all since it launched, but I think the My Sekai game mode is so ass. I do not want to play crappy Animal Crossing in my rhythm game. It's ugly, other characters visiting makes no sense to the story. I have been wishing for a spin-off game where we got to customize our own Sekais, because that sounds super cute and fun, but this shitty Animal Crossing clone that probably eats away at your battery looks bad and boring and is not it, Chief. The fact that they took so long to actually finally progress Mizuki's story at all means I think it's just not as emotionally satisfying as it should have been, especially since they for no good reason decided to have other characters out Mizuki right before they were planning on telling Enna anyway. I think this is lame, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the events were bad, I'm saying I don't like them. I don't like stealing Mizuki's agency away from them. I don't like some nobodies forcing them out of the closet just to squeeze a little bit more drama out of the one thing Mizuki's been allowed to do for the game's whole life. And now that Enna has confirmed that yes, they all will still be Mizuki's friends, I guarantee we're gonna watch Enna and Mizuki fall along the likes of Toya and Ichika, with nothing to do moving forward. I think it's stupid that they sorta refuse to give us ladies good fan service events. The last two White Day events featured only girls in the gacha, and every wedding event after the first one has featured only girls. I'm fucking annoyed. People who like girls already get the lion's share of cards and outfits, and now us boy-likers don't even get one event catered to us a year. Hold notes suck. I'm so glad they've added the new fancy trace notes. I know people classically have complained about flick notes. Personally, I never had an issue with those, but Project Sekai loves giving you these obnoxious hold notes tailor-made to slip away from your finger and make you lose your combo. The outfits have gotten incredibly boring. Last time I complained about how monotonous the boys' outfits were, with it all just being a bunch of the same couple of things over and over, and wow, the exact same thing has happened to the girls too! Oh goody! Another knee-length white dress. Oh wow, another knee-length black dress. There's so little reason to pull for these cards anymore, since the outfits are never unique enough to justify getting them. Might as well just save up for the limited gachas to get the unique hair. The card art is really gorgeous, there's no denying that. But also, somehow, I've been so bored of it lately. I see these pretty cards and so often I find myself thinking, don't we already have this exact thing already? I suppose consistent is the word for it, but very few cards in the last year or so have really stood out as anything particularly special to me, despite the stunning overall quality. Too much of a good thing, I guess. I think, if you can all perfect a song, then you should get the rewards for full comboing it on all the lower difficulties. Honestly, I just don't want to play songs on normal or easy at all. It's boring, but I know I'm missing out on some decent gold by not playing them, and just, I don't want to though, just give me the rewards, please. I'm tired of Deco27. Don't get me wrong, I like his stuff, but I'm just so sick of him being effectively the default sound for Project Sekai. But with Journey, Blue Planet, all of the movie songs, and even Fusion for the crossover with Ensemble Stars, I am bored of him. There's so many amazing composers that Sega have at their disposal. And yeah, Deco worked in tandem with others for the movie songs, but I'm just bored of him and his sound right now. Let the man take a break. Close to Grey is a better name for the song than Infinitely Grey. The community seems really hung up on this one song title in particular, and I kinda always thought it was a dumb thing to be so upset about, because even though infinite is a cooler word than close, Infinitely Grey is not an accurate name. Enna, somehow, is the happiest and healthiest member of Night Court. She is the rock that helps keeps everyone else from spiraling. That's not to say she doesn't face hardships, but her love for her friends and passion for her art has kept her head above water even when she struggles, like in the event Close to Grey accompanies. She isn't infinitely grey like Mafuyu is. She just gets close to grey, but perseveres and keeps the color in her life, a sentiment echoed in the lyrics. And finally, my hateriest of takes. I hate the World Link events. I hate them. They're limited gachas, but you don't even get unique hair for the characters. Instead, you get special cutscenes that play for like 5 seconds alongside one song's 3D MV. This is stupid, yeah? I don't want that. And for being such big, narratively important events, these cards are pretty mid for the most part. Night Court's World Link has pretty standard art for what we get these days. Nice lighting, and the water effects are not really anything special, but they are pretty. And of course, it's not a Night Court event unless they're all stuck in knee-length black dresses. Then Vivid Bad Squad's first one is total ass, with the group not matching art styles, Toya's card being generic looking and boring, An's got this goofy angle and expression, making it look like she's doing her best audition to get into Higurashi, and then Akito and Kohane are in this more pop art style that just doesn't match. And all these outfits suck too. Wonderland's first World Link is clearly the best, featuring this gorgeous, full-length art for each member, alongside a royal card theme that conveys the importance of this whole event, while also giving the team some very exciting new fits as well. More Jumps is similar to Night Court's, where it's nice, but also sorta just more of the usual. Its most worthwhile addition is that it makes me wish the girls were just in these outfits for the new unit clothes, instead of the blue ones. LeoNeed sucks too, giving the girls the least impressive cards and outfits. And then finally there's the Virtual Singers, who, despite featuring 3 different main artists, all still look like they go together and give them what are basically new append looks. A decent way to finish these events off. And then they kept going! I was genuinely so upset to see another Vivid Bad Squad World Link pop up earlier this year. I thought we were done with this, I said, but no, I guess they're mainstays, and these new ones have been way crappier too. The squad's trapped in these shitty school uniforms and depressing blue lighting. It looks like they've all died and gone to heaven. And we recently got the second Wonderlands one, where they completely fumble the ball and are stuck in these shitty pajamas, snoozing away in these boring ass cards. Hey y'all, unscripted editing twins here. So I am wrong, they aren't pajamas, and I think you can understand how I made that mistake with the card art. Tsukasa's suit especially just looks very soft and sleep-inable. But yeah, they are just all white fits, not pajamas, and I stand by that. The card art, like, it's really nice. But all the card art in this game is really nice, so despite its good quality, it just doesn't stand out as anything particularly special or noteworthy. But the outfits are pretty solid. You know, I take it back. I think these fits are pretty cool. They are just all white outfits in a game with a surplus of all white outfits, but you know, they look nice and elegant, and the cluster of flowers on them, I think, adds a lot, so yeah, C tier. Both of these World Links are giving real end of a life vibes, aren't they? It makes me wonder if this is a hint that Project Sekai is reaching the end of its service. Or maybe I'm just overthinking things. Hey y'all, Unscripted, editing Twiins here again. So in the time between when I wrote the script and now, the Night Chord World Link, the second one, has started. And I will say that these cards are really stunning. Absolutely on par with like what we saw with Wonderlands' first World Link. Really gorgeous art. I love the relevant accessories all the girls have at the bottom of their cards. And the clock theme is also perfect for them. The use of color is really stunning, especially on like Mafuyu's. It makes these, once again, all black and white outfits and cards, it really gives them a real pop. They feel special, actually. So yeah, these are really great. And the outfits are pretty cool too. And it just makes me wonder, you know, why is Vivid Bad Squad stuck in these boring school uniforms with really nothing special card art, and then, you know, Night Chord gets these really stunning pieces and fancy, special looking outfits. And it's just, yeah, and I think that's a huge problem that I have, is this discrepancy, that some of the events for the World Links are like, wow, this is really fancy and special, and then others are just like, they're wearing this hideous pink and purple sweater. So yeah, those are my thoughts. The Night Chords re-gives me hope. I just wish they all looked this good, you know? But back to regularly scheduled program. But it's not just that most of these cards and outfits are boring as bread to me. I hate how long they are. Most events last 1 week. 7 days to pull for the gacha and read through the story. It's nice, it means the game moves at a decent enough pace onto the next story beat and song without dragging or rushing. But World Links last twice as long. 13 days stuck in the same boring event. It's such a drag. And I recognize that the devs probably appreciate the extra time they get by doing this, but I don't know, man. This is a hot takes video, and I think it's boring and dumb. And I hate how the story unlocks, too. Each member gets 2 episodes dedicated to them, and you have to wait for their focus turn in the 2 weeks the event takes. So it's just a really slow process unless you wait till the very end of the event to read it. And also they each feature these long character title cards that just add to the "this is a waste of time" feeling. These new ones don't even come with fun new songs, so yeah, I just hate the World Links. That's my stinky haterade opinion. But, like I said at the beginning of the video, despite my nitpicking here, I still love this game and continue to play it every day. And, like I said at the beginning of the video, I want to hear some of your hot takes to feature in a follow-up video. Let's lay down a couple of rules for that really quick. First up, 1 hot take per person, please. I don't want to parse through paragraphs of hot takes, you feel me? If you have that many, it may be more fun for you to actually make your own video instead. So yeah, 1 hot take only, please. Next up, I only want hot takes about the game, not people. Shitting on others is lame-o, and if that's what your hot take is, you can leave it at the door. For example, you can have the hot take that you hate Tsukasa for whatever reason. But I do not want a hot take about how you hate Tsukasa fans. Alluding to the community at large is fine, like how I mentioned people preferring the title Infinitely Grey earlier, but I don't want to see any attacks towards other people. That includes those working on the game as well. The actors, devs, and composers are all people too. And final rule, let's just keep shipping out of it. In my many years of being online, I've learned that any sort of discussion about shipping is just asking for trouble. Different people can enjoy different ships, others may not even like the idea of shipping the characters, some may think the game is making some ships canon. All of those are swell, and I think it'd be best to just leave them alone. No good can come from shipping hot takes, so if you leave a comment about that, I'll just ignore it. And that's it. Leave your hot takes in the comments, and assuming I get enough, I'll give you a shout out in a future video. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you next time.
Welcome to our audience and 500 dogs.
We're comparing dog to toys that are pets and seeing which one you would rather have.
Okay, I'm always gonna want a dog.
You don't know that.
Really?
You don't know that.
All right, place your bets now.
Bop it. Twist
let's tell each other a secret about ourselves. I'm gonna go first. I hate you.
The sheer amount of different versions alongside how every family seems to have slightly different rules on how they play Monopoly shows how this is a game that you're truly supposed to play how you want. For example, when my friends and I play, we don't use dice.
And who needs this boring coaster when we could have this electronic smart coaster?
You have drunk 26% of your tea.
It also checks your saliva for signs of diabetes.
You have diabetes.
Cool.